The real conversation happen beyond the boardrooms. Join me at an intersection of business and lifestyle. Where suits meets t-shirts. This is the Frankly Business Podcast. Welcome.
Hi guys. Welcome to another episode of the Frankly Business Podcast. Guys, you know how we do it here. We just break it down for you to really understand what is really the system and the structures behind the glamour. What are the knots that is turned, and for us to be able to get the product, the service, or the personality. We bring you top people who in the world of business, people who have been there, done that, guys who's got their skin in the game. That is what we always do at the Frankly Business Podcast, and this is another episode. And guess what, guys? This episode we're talking about what is really the digital economy. It's a crazy economy, and the digital economy is worth nothing less than $200 billion, and this is 2022. This is the stat for 2022. So imagine the stat for 2021. It took a massive leap during the COVID-19 pandemic. A lot of content creators, people seeing that, from the four walls of my house, of my apartment, I can literally earn a living. And that was really the height of the digital economy. That was the launch pad that brought about relevance and that brought the digital economy, brought it to the mainstream. So we've got lots of Nigerians churning in numbers. We've got Mc Rhelax. We've got people churning in numbers. We've got people that have their skin in the game. What is his name again? Can you remind me? Mc Rhelax, churning in numbers. These guys are doing a lot of things. Brain jotter. You know all these guys that put smiles on your faces. But then beyond the entertainment, there's something these guys don't tell you. They tell you in passing. They tell you with the result. So sometimes you go to Instablog and you see things like, this guy just bought a house in Lekki. This guy just bought a G-Wagon just from content creation in 1 year. That's to tell you that there's gold mine there. And just like I always say, when people are digging for gold, you better be found selling water around the gold mine or you're selling shovels. But don't just be on the stands and watching them dig for gold. Find a way to position yourself in that same mine. That is why I've brought someone who's got a skin in the game in the content creation space. He's a media personality. He's a big time celebrity in this part of the world. He's the host of one of the biggest street shows in this part of the world, Hip TV, Mc Rhelax. Done crazy stuffs in the Nigerian television industry, and also a content creator. I've got no other person than Mc Rhelax, guys.
Drum rolls.
Standing ovation. I don't care whether you're driving, you're eating, you're having, you're in the other room. Anything you're doing, guys, please stop whatever you're doing and give Mc Rhelax a standing ovation, guys.
Wow.
We've got it
I feel like you're talking about somebody else.
And again, we've also got the man who's got his skin in the game as regards creating platform for businesses.
Yes.
He's the system and the structure behind any business. He's a business developer. He's a media mogul. He's also is the vice president of should I mention of the Godfather production. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Godfather here himself, and the vice president of the Godfather production, Kelechi Ogoko. He's my co-host of the Frankly Business Podcast. Guys, Mc Rhelax.
Yes, boss. At your service.
So what do you have to tell you guys? See, we have many people really just get carried away with the entertainment. Lots of Nigerians get carried away. Let us smile. We spend hours on our phone, entertaining ourselves, watching your content, getting great insight. And I love the fact that you stand out amongst your pair because you've been able to break barriers as regards bringing ethical content, creating forward-thinking content, inspiring generations, creating legacies in the digital economy. And you've shown us that not only the boobs, the ass, the the explicit content, that is not only what sells. People are looking out for inspirational content. People are looking for thought-provoking content that can literally birth ideas, birth purpose. And you've been able to stand out amongst your peers
Okay.
despite playing heavily in the entertainment industry. How have you tell us about your journey? Let me tell us about your journey, because this is the glamour we're seeing. This is the MC Relax we're seeing. Tell us your
Okay.
real name. Let us know how you struggled, how you
Okay.
came through.
All right. So yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's good to be on the show. And first of all, is my name is Adetola Fakorede. Uh, I'm a Yoruba boy. As you can see, I'm not a Yoruba demon. I'm a great guy. So yeah, I'm so starting out, life was, I had life a bit different,
Yeah.
and which is almost gonna be this. I saw a comedy skit recently of a guy that stepped into the gutter and came out and said, me too. I come from the gutter now. What I don't say,
He helped his
yeah,
friend
yeah.
too.
So yeah, life was like that. For some of us, we came from the backside of the north. When I mean backsides of the north, I mean from the backside of the gutter, where life was not really so great. I grew up in Shagam. Shagam is not so far from Lagos, in Isaloko, where my dad is a taxi driver in Isaloko and all that. So, life was just like that, where every day you have to go to the garage, probably get food to your dad, while he's working. And, I grew up in a way where eating was like, you know, you sort yourself until night. And when it's night, you take a cooler and just go and wait for your dad at the junction. And then you get one soup from a woman selling ogufe, and then you bring it home. You do it by everybody eats.
Ogufe na big man meat, oh.
No, no,
Ogufe
no,
na
no,
big
no, no,
man
no,
meat,
no.
oh.
So if life was not like this.
Yeah.
Now one ogufe is about 1,500, 2,000.
Yeah.
Just one. That time one ogufe was maybe like 15 naira. 15 naira at the
Good
time.
old days.
Yeah. So it was like 15 naira. So you just put one, and it's just that one. So all of us get to sit around it.
Yeah.
And then we eat, and then we're good. So the good part for my life is I mean I don't even know say we they suffer. I don't even know say now what that they call suffering with that. For me it was just
Yeah, do you think I like that part.
Yeah.
I like that narrative.
Yeah.
You know, no say they suffer. And do you think that social media has really made people not realize that there are some phases you go through? So people begin to compare this day and age. Your life is still pretty decent. You're still having a basic average life, and you're comparing because of some pressure from social media, and you're feeling you're suffering.
I think that's why depression.
No,
is
say
at
yes.
all-time high. Mental health diseases is at all-time high because you look at your life now. You feel if you get 1K and you just then you go social media, you see that your friend now just tear you up.
knowledge is powerful. It's good, and it can be killing. Yeah, to be aware. If you want to use like the scripture, you will see, God telling Adam that the day you eat of this, you will surely die. But it was the tree of knowledge of good and evil. So the guy chop and see saying they naked. I said, who told you say so the gist is sometimes. So what social media did was to show what has always been there. Now, before, things can happen in Oshogbo or in Ilorin, nobody knows. You just make your
Yeah.
day. But right now, once it happens, you're seeing it real time. You are seeing it on your own phone where you are. So
Citizen reporting.
you're seeing like a 16-year-old boy just bought a Benz. Yeah, like, what am I doing with my life? Facing all this physics and chemistry, waiting because I titration. So that's what social media did. So I didn't know I was suffering. Life
Okay.
was I was just enjoying life. There was no
Very
social
true.
media at the time. We're just enjoying, having fun. I remember in my primary
Building
school.
family values.
What was the funny thing about my primary school was I was the leader of all cultural dance group, like the Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa. I was
So you
the
don't do your
biggest.
blood.
Yeah,
you
I've
did
done that all
He
my life.
lives in me.
Ah,
He
I'm
lives in me.
Hegomana. Yeah. So,
You wear white gloves.
if you have gloves, you're good. You socks. You wear white socks in your hand. There's no glove now. So life was like that, and where I didn't know we were really suffering was because now I was so popular in primary school, primary kindergarten. I was so popular that when it's prize giving day, when it's all those kind of activities, everybody's looking out for me like. And then of course I never get any of my parents to in attendance. Of course, my dad is already probably taking some people to shout out, driving to Ogere. Nobody really cares. So everybody's like, where are the parents of this boy? People are trying to squeeze money into my pocket. People are spraying. But at the end of the day, after all the sprays, once we're done with the whole activity, when it's Monday, they are calling the list of debtors. They don't even call me debtors. There are some of us that they call chronic debtors. This was maybe you're in primary three, you're only from primary one, you've not paid shit, you've not paid shit. So they're like, so it was like that. Sometimes they send you back home, sometimes, but I would say I was a very happy kid.
Yeah.
I was just enjoying myself, being happy here and there and all that. I lived around a lot of medical students, in Shagam. So I just thought that was how life was meant to be. I had a friend that, God really placed around me. His own parents are very wealthy. So they really loved me because I was very cultured. So he would naturally call, how Yoruba and respect is.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he would naturally call his sister by name, but me, I'll call by auntie. And so they're like, this is a friend you should have. So that's how I got into the house, and that's where I started knowing that I can open a pot of soup and there's a lot of meat. I'm like, the rich family is very funny. Many people don't even know what they have. The rich home you are praying for, when you eventually go there, you go, not only you go come on there because number one, breakfast can be cereal. Then so when we say cereal, it means like they won't even wake up. Maybe they wake up around like 10, 11, and they're like cereal, and then maybe they now even want to have food. They're having like toast bread.
The bourgeoisies.
You will say about do you understand? Like, so
Bibi.
Baba, if you deal with your BBs.
But it's good we're having this conversation, and
Yeah.
it's good having this conversation, seeing where you are right now.
Yeah.
Because some people just think like but they didn't know that it's a step.
AI generation, Gen Z's
Yeah.
call them as it be.
They didn't know it's a step, it's a
Yeah.
process. And it's good you're sharing this deep. And
Yeah.
this is what makes it one of the best podcasts in the game. Sorry,
Yeah.
that marketing.
You know.
But I'm just telling you what it is.
Awesome.
So sorry to cut you, please just
Yeah.
go on.
Okay.
the
Okay.
conversation.
Great. So that was what life was, and then I saw that you could get meat like that because I would see the pots. I'm like, so there's no pots there are pots in my house, but nobody cooks. There's nobody. My dad and my mom were separated. So
Okay.
so it was just me growing up in the house. Like, it's so funny that I could remember my life from KG2, like vividly. Like, I remember my life. Like, I go to school myself, cross the road. I remember the way I used to eat. Eating was rice, 1 naira, beans, 1 naira, dodo, 1 naira. Then meat. I remember very well that I did a lot of, having 5 naira was a big deal because you were going to eat balanced diets.
Very
That's the
true.
way. That's the
Yeah.
way I grew
Yeah,
up.
remember.
So buying porridge 2 naira, and then you buy 2 meats, and with 4 naira you're great. So you're awesome. So that's how I grew up. But I just noticed, it's now that I noticed that I've always wanted something good with life. So
Yeah.
even at that, even though they could not pay our school fees, I still went to a private primary school where I had to go to Mayflower Secondary School when every other person was going to like RSS. I know it's Mayflower. Right now, if I ask myself, why did I want to like what? But I just knew that was where I wanted to go to, so I went to Mayflower Secondary School. I mean, my name Relax, MC Relax. I've been relaxed since secondary school, since JS1.
Oh, wow.
And the story was just like Mayflower's life is a different ball game. It's like the best secondary school ever. You guys can argue that in your cupboard.
I know
It's
what
like
you're
the
doing.
best because life there is completely different. Mayflower is way bigger than a lot of university. Like, it's so big.
Where
Like,
is it?
is that Ikene?
Ogun
That's
State now.
what Tai Sholari was.
Yeah,
known
Tai
for.
Sholari, yeah.
Tai Sholari was known for the school. That's what he created. So the school is so funny that we literally produce everything we eat. The students produce.
There's a farm at the back of the class.
It's not at the back of the class. So when I mean a farm, it's as big as the airport. I said Mayflower is bigger than a lot of
Do you still visit there?
universities. Yeah. So like almost all the big names finished from Mayflower. I just don't want to go into names. Like almost everybody,
Give us
like
three. Give us three.
like
Spill.
Pastor Kumi.
Oh wow, yeah.
There's a lot of there's like
I'm a deeper life boy growing up, so I understand.
amazing.
I know.
So you will see a lot
Yeah.
of like maybe the CEO of ExxonMobil, those kind of people. This way, we have a lot of
So is there like, sorry to cut you.
Yeah.
Is there some values the school puts in you that you don't get elsewhere?
the Mayflower trains you to be everything. Like so. I will take 3 minutes if we have time. Let me just give you a bit of rundown of what Mayflower looks like.
This is wait, hold on. Mayflower, we're coming for our check. Oh.
No, but nobody cares. Everybody's taking their children to Corona and the like, so it's not a problem. So the gist is, it will teach you to is technology for self-reliance. There's a way that if you pick a boy out of Mayflower and take him anywhere, the boy will literally survive anywhere. Because this is it. Boys and girls, we all wear short knicker, everybody. Short knicker that must not get to your knees. So it's like this. We all have matric numbers, everybody. So we refer to everybody with their matric numbers. Everybody has their number. And then, normal people have their matric number in university.
You remember yours?
14955. You can never forget. That's what your name is.
Yeah.
So, the idea is in normal schools, when you're choosing your prefect, is because this one is intelligent.
Yeah.
So they give prefect. That's not how it is in Mayflower. In Mayflower, you buy forms for senior prefect, chief compartment. You buy the form, then you start campaigning. Yeah, it's a proper. So you do campaign.
Teaching you politics.
You do. I started doing shows from Mayflower. Like I started collecting 50 naira at the Shimint Hall for shows. I'll make like 1.8 big boy 1,800. You know what it means? A plate of fried rice and chicken was 70 naira there. So if you made 1.8, you're a big boy.
Baller.
Yeah. I didn't tell you.
You're a bourgeoisie.
So the literal life is there is the pepper field, there is the Gary in the industry, there is the piggery, the poultry.
Blown economy.
That's what Mayflower student. You get the palm kernel, the turn it to palm oil. Student bakery, we are the one baking. So like that's the lifestyle. So you wake up. Let me just give you an idea of just a day, and I'll end it there. You wake up at 5 a.m. 5 a.m. You run straight. Wait, Mayflower students, when they are not so much, we're like 5,000. So you try and understand what I'm saying. We're like 5,000. So everybody's in the hostel. So you wake up 5 a.m. All of you run straight to the field. 5 a.m. You run straight to the field. You are jogging around the pitch. So it's first exercise in the morning. From that 5 to 5:30. From 5:30 you go back to have your bath. You're in the backyard with about like 900 other people. You're looking at different things in the morning. Now you know how the morning is. You're seeing banners and like everything is stop. So you just enter one corner and then you just make I don't mellow. So you're exposed to like a full life.
Yeah, that's right.
Like that. So that is there. Then from there you go eat. You eat when you're done. So everybody, imagine, I've never seen that kind of system. A system where 5,000 people eat in less than 25 minutes. Yes, perfect system.
I went to a boarding school, and one of the things I love is the business part of it. That's why I started business. So I'm not the Semo guy. I'm not the Amala guy.
Okay. Yeah, I know where you're going.
College.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I come in, I say, okay, you know what? I'll give you my amala.
Yeah.
For your Wednesday.
For your Wednesday bread. Yeah, that's all.
For your Wednesday bread.
You got the contract things,
They'll be like, okay. Then I have one of my friends that is very huge.
Okay.
I'm not. He's very huge. So I'll tell him when it's time to collect, we'll go and collect.
Because if he add.
So when they misbehave.
Yes, now he goes as an ava.
So I had my system working for me. So Amala, Semo, they knew that Kelechi would trade it.
He would trade it up
for Indomie and bread.
Yeah.
So I understand.
So that was the life. So from there you eat. You enter, you all line up and eat. And then once you're going in like this, once you're entering, it's a very long hall. So guys, girls, so you're going in like this. Once you get to the place, there are like lots of people serving. Students are part of them.
Yeah.
So they'll be throwing like, when you get there, you just pick pick beans, pick papi. There's something that we call papi that we
Okay.
drink. It's,
Yeah.
it's a local form of coca out. You pick it, you go like that, you sit down. As you're sitting down, as you're eating, you're filing out again. There's a line already that's taking you to the washroom. So the washroom has all the soap, everything already, and water. You're washing,
Your
you're going
plate.
out with your plate. You
You're
are
washing
washing
your
your plate
plate.
immediately. So you're washing the plate. As you're washing the plate, you're going out into a system that has like a crate. As you're putting it there, there are students that are already packing it back and taking it back. It's a perfect system that everything happens in 25 minutes. Everybody's has eaten and washed their
plate.
plate perfectly.
How long do you eat
Because
now?
it's not your plate.
How long do you eat now?
Nah, because now I've had to relearn because now I eat like a king. I sit down.
You have to learn
You
it.
have to relearn because so as you are eating, everything is happening at the same time. You finished
Yeah.
eating, you go straight to your what do they call this thing? Your site where you work because they give you a plot where
Okay.
you work. So you quickly go and clean for the hostel. Then you go straight to your plot in the school. Walking from hostel to school is like walking from here to the airport. So it's quite a distance. So you see
From
a
Golden
crowd.
Tulip, yeah.
Yeah, so a
But I want
crowd.
to ask a question: is that system still applicable today? I think
I don't
it should
know.
be controversial if it's still applicable today.
If
I think it's something that the Japanese got right because it instilled, especially the Asian blocks. You see that the culture, an average Nigerian is in sync with the Western culture.
Yeah.
An average forward thinking Nigerian
Yes.
is in
Well,
sync with the
Westernized.
with the Western culture. But now, if they go to Japan, you see that there's always this culture shock.
Yeah.
Because you're like, whoa, so you see the way their kids behave. They are very industrious.
Yes.
At the same time, very courteous. At the same time, very traditional.
Yeah.
At the same time, very forward thinking. At the same time, very spiritual.
Yes.
At the same time, what add any true? He did there.
Any
So
Japanese
like,
team that
what
goes
kind
to
of
Regulators.
what kind of system gave birth to such complete individual right from an early age?
Yeah.
It tells you that it's something similar to this kind of system.
Molding is important.
You get where you're
Molding.
shipping all tenets of a man's life.
Everything
You're
at the
shipping
same time.
productivity. You're shipping intellectual capacity. You're shipping speed. You get to be able to meet up with time. You're shipping adaptability and
But
all
due
that.
to Western penetration in our way of life,
Yeah.
if that system is still applicable now,
Yeah.
I think it's going to be very, very controversial.
Well, it of course
It's still-
when the age
Mayflower
of
is still
social
is,
media,
yeah.
of course, it's still there.
Would have
A lot of
diluted
things have
some,
changed.
yeah.
A lot
I
of things
understand
have
what
changed.
I understand what you're saying. I went to Nigerian Navy Secondary School.
Oh, great.
And you know how the military is. It was same system.
Yeah.
We had boarding, we had day,
Yeah.
the same. So I really understand. You're not caught lounging around.
No, your life is planned
as in
from 5 a.m.
to-
till 11 p.m.
See now I can. You can't even cross the lawn.
Do you understand? Like like that's what I was trying to explain. It's literally planned from
Planned.
5 a.m. to 11 p.m. Like so, you go to. Then there's a way that we all have to give speeches before you leave the school. So imagine you have to stand in front of 5,000 people and give a speech.
The more you guys
That's what I'm saying. Like it was a complete like. Then we have our own hymn book. We call it Mary Mayflower. Mayflower is so like we have songs that we have up to 200 songs that like literally every X-Men, we call them X people that are done with them. They know the songs that if I bring like 5 X-Men here, you will wish you went to my school. If we start singing,
do you guys do reunion?
Oh, I know. Which school know they do
the
reunion?
last reunion, our reunion is usually very very big. Like,
So
very
wait,
big. We have, like, all
are
them.
you saying this is what birthed you?
So I'm just trying to say
Yeah.
that that's just a part of it was I imagine all the things I've been doing from primary school.
Yeah,
I've
true.
been going for what do they call this thing? Like
Okay.
okay, yeah, I've been going for a lot of how would I put it? Like let's say
Zone.
Lagos State is coming. Let's say Lagos State is coming together.
Yeah.
Zonal stuff. I'll be doing that. My school will partner with like 4 or 5 other schools, and I'll be the lead actor. All this kind of thing. So I've
Very
been doing
true.
that. I've had that kind of life. So when I even entered secondary school, I just pursued that life. Joined the literary debating club. Joined the press club. Joined the Chadra club. I started, of course, dancing, representing the school and all that. So it helped. The lifestyle helped, to continue with all that. Then I went ahead to I had a lot of delay with entering into the university.
Okay.
So I had about 5 years delay before I could, gain admission. At the time I was finished, entering, my mates were already done
Yeah.
with university. So, I entered into school, and at the time it was still about the entertainment for me. I was just here and there, jumping here and there, and then we started Futa Radio at the time,
Okay.
a radio station, and then it was so big. It was really really big. It was like, we were coming into town, and everybody were like, "Oh, what's going on?"
Yeah.
So of course, the student vibe and all this kind of
Very
thing.
true.
And then of course, I was doing a lot of shows in school, and I studied statistics. And when I started, I hated maths. I didn't like maths.
I studied math, so I can relate.
So somebody that waited 5 years, you don't care
Just
what they
give me
give you.
anything.
Just give me my don't enter my shots, go school. And then anytime you hear them tell you, take this course, you can walk anywhere. Just know you can't walk anywhere. So it was like that for me. And then since I'm saying my story, it was so
Yeah.
good for me. Somewhere around 100 level, going to 200 level, I met I literally became a serious Christian. So that changed the whole narrative. It changed the whole narrative such that even it was so obvious in my education. Like,
Oh, wow.
yeah, because I literally finished like best 3 in my department
Oh, amazing.
with statistics. It was so shocking. It was a change of story. Like, MC Relax,
Hmm.
So I became like a tutor of tutor. I started teaching people statistics,
Yeah.
teaching maths, teaching everywhere, and it was so good. So and then, but of course, I just study statistics. I'm entertainment. My
Yeah.
core is entertainment. So I just continued, into entertainment. I remember doing a skit in 2015 that went seriously viral. Nigeria is so funny. If you live in the other part of the world,
Yeah.
and you have a song that is blown, you can literally live off that music all your life.
You just
True. One hit wonder.
You're
Yeah.
good.
And you're wonderful
You're very
for the
good.
rest of your life.
Yeah.
Nigeria, you have to keep doing. You have to keep doing. So at the time I created a skit. This time that I'm talking about, I could count how many content creators.
When was
we
that?
have in
2015?
2015.
Okay.
At this time,
There was no boom yet.
Maybe Crazy
no.
Clown.
It was.
was
In
you
fact,
guys
them
really-
Chris Clan were just
starting. Yeah. Yeah.
starting to come out.
You
So
guys were the early adopters.
exactly,
The-
So it was. Then we started the Vox Pop that Pulse went on to.
Yeah.
Yes,
Cracks.
I created a lot of
Oh.
stuff for Pulse, Cracks, and the likes at the time. We go to universities and do all the Vox Pop and stuff and things. So, that's how it was. I did not see the business part at
Okay,
the time.
yeah.
It was more of like, let's go viral for me.
Yeah.
At the time, while people were building empires, making
Off you.
lots of money. There's one thing I regret and I will never forget. I was in Port Harcourt in 2016, and I'm always used to being known. So, I was in Port Harcourt and I met with Macangel.
Okay.
So I was sitting here, somebody just told me, hey, that's Macangel. I was even still expecting him to greet me, and I was like, no, relax. It's late time. I'm like, God.
Excuse me.
Say, where I go, just don't link up, make some serious. Because
Yeah.
because what he had going for him was,
Emanuela at that time.
he had. So the funny thing is, some people get ahead of some things early based on information. And what you see is not what it really is. So the world was saying Emanuela, it's really not about Emanuela. They got the business part of it. Yeah, they got the business part of it, and they're like, okay, now let's do this. So brought in Emanuela, brought in Success, brought in a lot of others young people, and had a lot of pages.
Play the empathy game
They
with
actually ran
Nigerians.
it like a media empire.
It was it's still a complete media. At least Macangel
He's one of
cannot have nothing less than 12 active pages that you don't even know about. That is the one that owns it. So on an average, let's say the days that money is not coming, maybe he's making 30,000 on one of the pages in a month. Multiply by 12. See how much
my.
he makes in a month.
Alibaba said the same thing in one of
When
his-
you say 30,000, people will get confused. It's not naira.
No, of course, dollars now.
Always put that S sign with a stroke.
See, even them Alibaba, I will not lie to you. It took a while for them to know. I'm
because
telling
they
you.
were stand up.
Because that
it took a while
generation-
for them to even believe them. So what these guys do is they don't show you the money that they make.
True.
They will leave Port Harcourt, go into deep into Aoada, all those inside.
I once lived in Port Harcourt, so I know.
God
I
bless
know,
you.
yeah.
You know all the rumors now.
Yeah.
Rumor, para, rumor, kulu,
When they
pakushi.
will bring the governor of Port Harcourt, one of their governors, there's something about that city. I
As
served
in-
in Port Harcourt. I served
Yeah.
in Port Harcourt.
Oh, wow.
Abuloma, to be precise.
Oh,
wow.
I served in Port Harcourt too.
Same
but
here, I served in Port Harcourt.
no one baptized. Port Harcourt is amazing. But I was the president of OBS and EDS. You know me, I'm always
you must
I was
be.
very big.
You must
So
be.
I'm just used to all those kind of things.
Yeah.
So what he did was they started making money early when the market was not even saturated. The market is a lot crazy now.
Yeah, true.
When they were making money,
So they had first mover advantage.
God.
Oh my
Till
goodness.
tomorrow, McAngel is the biggest content
Enna.
creator from Africa.
True.
Biggest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Biggest.
Yes. Yeah.
I beg
So-
to differ though.
So
Oh.
let me tell you
But
what.
it's another
No.
conversation.
Let me tell you what I mean by is the biggest. So even now that we have boys now that are making money and buying houses,
Yeah.
they are playing because what they do is they do business. Business is that there's a lot of things I will talk about.
So okay, can we say more or less like this lingua we always use in the in the comedy industry, where we say AY has been able to hack the business of comedy,
Good.
while there are a few other comedians who were still in the entertainment side of comedy. So they've hacked. McAngel has been able to hack the business side of content
Like
creation.
Funke did with movies.
Yeah, thank you.
So if you want to check what AY did,
and Tyler Perry did with movies as
if you
well.
want to say what AY did, AY comedy, right?
Yeah.
Good. AY movies. So when you're categorizing his income, you will not only think of just his comedy shows.
Very true.
He
Do you
was one of
understand?
the first guys that I know. Ben Bruce, they did a party for him with. I forgot that movie's name. He went.
That is 30
everywhere.
Days in Atlanta was
30
so big. It was so big.
30 days.
So it's trying to make multiple streams of income.
Yeah.
What these guys did was to say, we're not going to open the same page for Emanuela and Success or every other person. We're going to create their pages. We are going to be in the background. We're going to keep showing people as if it's a local village thing.
Yeah.
While they were shooting all those local things, let me tell you, for more than 6 years, McAngel has been driving that year's Land Cruiser. Like the year. Yes, like the exact year.
No be London use oh.
No, but the
Factory
fact is,
made.
did Facebook contributes to their success. Facebook did contribute to their success.
Facebook is the highest paying social media platform right now.
Facebook
How does it pay? Let's get to the business of Facebook. Now,
than
we have-
YouTube.
We have gotten to the topic of
Than YouTube.
Facebook is the highest paying social media platforms. If you ever hear that there's any content creator that is buying house now, it's Facebook money.
But why is it that the average content creator doesn't think of Facebook, but he feels
They think
that
no. That's what I'm saying to you. That if there's anybody that you hear that bought G-Wagon and bought
Yeah.
anything, it's Facebook.
can I tell you the truth? I don't have Facebook on my app, on my phone.
Yeah, that's why you're not making the money. no, because
so like
so let me
oh
just
my, yeah.
YouTube is so a lot of people started out with YouTube.
Yeah.
So that's why I said that someone like this McAngel, now, I'm sorry, McAngel, maybe confusing why they share all your stories. So McAngel has a lot of partners in India, in a lot of places. Facebook does not monetize Nigeria. Nigeria is not on their platform of monetize. It's only South Africa that is monetized in Africa.
Oh wow.
Yes. So you can't get monetization if you are in Africa.
But this is what the Ministry of Digital Economy should be working on. The Ministry of Art and Culture should be partnering on. Okay, it's monetized everywhere, but it's not here.
That was their business. They're not fighting for that.
And-
They are
and
fighing for
that is even taking us to
they're fighting for
taxes.
to tax
Yeah,
it.
they're saying that. So we have the regulators coming on board saying that a couple of content creators are making a truckload of money, buying houses, buying cars, and all that. And they've always been. It's one industry that has always been pushed aside. They don't care. You get they're in the green chambers,
Yeah.
churning in the laws, the policies, and all that. They don't care. But now, These guys are beginning to churn in revenue into into your country. You get, because of the houses they're buying, the cars, and so they are attracting the people.
The
They,
effect,
So they're
they are
attracting
even the
regulators,
they are
and they
even
are
the
saying now that they want to start taxing
they are,
content
so,
creators.
some
What?
of these guys are the ones that have even caused all these things. Because there have been people that have been eating this money
Yeah.
low key for like forever. Do you understand? Like that's what we're talking about. It's not only Mark Angel. There's Mark Angel. There's Sabalo.
Yeah. Oh
the Ghanaian guy, he
No,
plays between
Sabalo
no,
is
Ghana.
Sabalo.
But
Sabalo na
his
Nigerian boy.
yeah, but his content plays between Ghana and Nigeria.
It just travels everywhere. Someone like Sabalo now, you'll be shocked that now there's even an economy of some people. They're like maybe five. Those ones they don't do content. What they did was to have a policy program with Facebook to say we can allow us to monetize some of the people that we're sure are legit content creators from Nigeria. So many of all these guys that we know, them Sabinos,
Yeah.
them Macaroni and the likes,
True.
and Kiki,
They are
they
like the
have
middlemen, management company.
they have a body that monetized for them. So they collect about 10, 20 to 30% of their monthly income. Now let me show you how it works. Now, yes, now that's what they do. Now, one of these persons, so anytime you see, they are the ones that create all these, that do all these content creators summits, all those kind of things.
Oh yeah.
Those ones, they are back end. They don't do content. They don't do anything, but they obviously have more money than all of you content creators. Because take for example, imagine I am the one.
He who pays the pipe.
Imagine I'm the one that is managing Macaroni, Sabino's,
Whoa.
Josh Too Funny, Brain Jotter, Edo Pikin. Let's say I take 10 of those people. Now, let's say on the average they make 30,000 and I'm making 3,000. Do you understand? So the gist is, I don't work. I'm not doing anything. I just get the funds and I pay you. I get the funds. I pay you. I pay you. That's what those ones
Remember
do.
during my opener, I made mention of the fact that if you're not digging for gold, then sell water.
Stay around people
Create
that
the
are,
platform at which I think it's the future of business where you necessarily don't have to create a product. You don't have to create a service.
The middleman.
But you just be the middleman, create that platform where other products can thrive. The likes of, we have that's even the model. That's Facebook model. That's Instagram model.
That's YouTube
Is
model.
it is Mark Zuckerberg a content creator? No,
No,
he's
he's
not.
not.
He has the platform where everyone builds. You get.
that's what people don't know.
God.
Please go and open a Facebook page. If you're a content creator and you don't have a Facebook page, you're shooting yourself in the leg. This guys, I'm telling you point blank. If they make 1,000 from YouTube, they are making 10,000 from Facebook.
And Facebook is still like the most populated platform.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
the real reason. The real reason is you have some crazy set of people on Facebook.
More than 3 billion.
Everybody is on
users.
Facebook. Like what I mean is that your parents
Oh.
that naturally will not be on social media,
They're on Facebook.
they are on Facebook. They will just
Parents,
be
I mean
scrolling.
grandma.
Grandparents.
So let me give you. I have a retired mom now, and she's always on Facebook.
She'll
But
be on
guess the
Facebook.
people she watch is this. I've forgotten their name. There are two couples. They are based in France, and they do Facebook content.
Talk
Okay.
or something. Tell something. And,
Mama
Okay,
Anointed.
yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And my mom could gist me this thing for years. Mama,
They're interested in that. So I had a
Yeah.
friend that we started out together doing content. Is MC Shem, comedian.
Oh yeah, I know MC Shem.
Yeah, so Shem, we started out together, started doing content. He's always at my place in Omole Estate, was shooting almost every day and all that. So a time came and he was like, relax, you know what? I'm going into YouTube. Now YouTube I want to do. Like I want to be focused on YouTube. You know, the problem with content creation is you cannot successfully do the kind of work that I do and also be a successful full-time content creator. Content creation takes you, it will take your
Time.
life.
True.
So he was an MC. We do events a lot.
Very
we just
true.
on weekdays. He had to leave MC work. He backed out. So what he did was he started doing YouTube content and he was posting and all
True.
that. So as at the time TikTok was going to, the first time TikTok came, I'm speaking 2017, 2018, early 2018. Shem told me, relax, there's this thing on TikTok. Jump on them, they do. I beg you. In my head, I had a focus. I wanted to be a celebrity. I wanted to be on TV, and I wanted to be everywhere. That was my push.
Yeah.
He was like, okay, no, Allah. So he opened TikTok.
Yeah.
And it started as at 2020, which was the break of TikTok in Nigeria.
Absolutely.
Because of
The COVID-19
COVID.
pandemic, yeah.
Shem was the biggest TikToker in Africa at that time. Shem had 5 million followers at that time. So all his followings practically moved into all his pages. People followed him.
It was more or less like a lead magnet.
Yeah.
So
They followed him to YouTube. Now, if they didn't tell me, I'm not meant to, I can't disclose numbers because it's my friend.
Yeah.
This one now is not here and there. Shem is my own.
Yeah, I get it.
So it was through him that I was so sure of what money people make on content creation. Like I could, if not, I would have literally said, no, they are doing money laundering. No. Because think about it. If on a page you're able to make close to 150,000 a month, so you make 150,000 in a month, dollars. All through 2021, 2022, they started opening some new houses in Lekki that was 45 million. Yes, now a lot of duplexes in all those Lekki phase 2.
True.
If you check on you will see
Agungi.
45 Agungi, you see 45, 55, 65. If you make 100,000, how much is 65 million? So you can afford to buy properties because so that's exactly what it is. So what these guys now went ahead to do is to say, if I can do this on one page, what's stopping me? They opened the second page, opened the third page. I have 3 million followers on this. I can use it to drive traffic to this other page. So open this one, open this one, and commission people to start shooting content every day. So that's what happens. They are not on the screen. That's why I was telling you that Mackinja is the biggest. Because the gist is he has close to 12 pages that you don't know about, that you don't even know is his own. So when you are thinking he's making one on his page, that's not Mackinja. What he's doing is he has so at the end of every month there is a bulk. So the older people, them Alibaba uncles, they didn't believe. They were like, all this not so bad. That it was later on that they showed their Augustus sleep, see what is entering in a month. You're like,
how
making this money.
How much be your
But
comedy
somebody
show?
that entered into that space and really wanted to compete was Basket Mouth. Basket Mouth has created several shows just for YouTube and social media consumption. And Basket Mouth is one of those guys that compete in that space. But I think that's the beauty of this podcast, having you come here and give this information, because so many people are on TikTok just for awareness,
Entertainment.
create the awareness. If I create the awareness, I lead them to my website, I sell them products. But they forget that there's actually a business on this social platform. Now, going back to the tax, if I was to advise the government, if I'm going to impose tax on the content creators, I'm also going to create a new avenue whereby these content creators can make more money. So it's tick for tax. So if I'm bringing in the people in charge of the tax coming, I bring in the Minister of Digital Economy coming, I bring in the Minister of Art and Culture coming. Let's have a Zoom call with Facebook. Let's have a Zoom call with TikTok. Let's have a Zoom call with all these platforms and say, how can my content creators monetize this platform? Sure. We want to build an economy of this. We want to track how much is coming in. How can we monetize this platform? And now we're just looking at the social platform. There's a new wave coming on board, which is streaming.
Yeah.
Casenet, Ayan Ross, Speed, I Show Speed, they are making a killing out of it.
Yeah.
And guess the people that are inviting them over to their places. The Saudi, the Dubai, the Qatar people are inviting them for tourism. Come and put us on your streams. Come and play charity games. Come and expose our walk around our countries. Come and expose it. They are mostly in Saudi Arabia and the rest.
Yeah.
Streaming will still have to.
I think that's the future of media. And that's why we saw that, was it last month? This quarter of 2024, we saw Netflix getting the license to live stream the NFL. Not Netflix this time around. Peacock getting the license to live stream NFL. Netflix also securing that for WWE, Raw, getting this license. And imagine the streaming platform that will secure the license to live stream the EPL, English Premier League. That's going to be groundbreaking.
Amazon is working
Yes,
on that.
Amazon is literally working on that. So the future of media is in such a way that it's left mainstream. And I'll give you a classic example. So you're watching football match. Let's say you're watching it on TV, DSTV to be precise. Once it's time, once it's half time. What if you go to a viewing center and you watch the people? This is a perfect experiment. The next thing they are doing is their phone. They are losing out on the advert
Yeah.
that is playing on the screen.
Sure.
They are not paying attention. They're paying attention on the phone. So businesses are now saying this balance, no, this balance sheet, no, the balance. Let us move the amount we're spending on mainstream media advertisement and churn it to where the attention is going and channel it to where the attention is going, which is the phones. So everybody, you now have Fortune 500 companies, international companies having budget for social media because it's now a big deal. And part of that budget, a chunk of the guys getting a chunk of that budget are who? The content creators.
So my question to you is: do you feel we have been in Nigeria context now? Do you feel we have been able to create an economy of social media?
Well, we have created one of the wealthiest economy of social media. Most definitely. Right now, you have more content creators than doctors
Yeah.
in the nation. Yeah, you have more content creators than engineers. You have almost everybody's a content creator right now.
Sure.
Almost everybody. So it's a full. I mean, content creators are way bigger than comedians in Nigeria, than just normal stand-up comedians.
Very
Yeah,
true.
that's the truth. 'Cause
Very true.
Tell me, give me 10 comedians in Nigeria. Start from them Alibaba. Abi, you go to them Basket Mouths, Bovi, Abi.
Yeah.
Then
If
you go
macaroni
to-
enters here today, everywhere goes
you
scatter.
go to the
Or enters the
Sopa.
street.
You go to those kind of things. The gist is, you can literally count them. Do you understand?
Very true.
Now, there are the content creators that I can count here. I can count 100 here right now.
That are in the comedy
That are content
niche.
creation. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one. Then let's even go to social media influencers. Them Tomike, them Eniola,
I wanted to ask.
them
Kiki.
Kiki and the likes.
So wait, I've noticed something about you, and I think I really could connect a few of the dots.
Okay.
When you told us, when you gave us a backstory as to your background
Okay.
and all. If you look at, you've been able to stand out amongst your pair, creating ethical content,
Yeah.
forward-thinking content, inspiring content, content that can outlive your name,
Yeah.
outlive, give
True.
legacy content
Yeah.
where people come, they get inspired,
Yeah.
they birth ideas, the birth product, service, and all based on what you do. And you're heavy in the entertainment space, and you're a person of faith. How have you been able to, in one way or the other, is maintain the sanity? Because people believe that for you to sell as regards content, it has to be explicit content, it has to be with the boobs, the ass, or anything. You get this thing. How have you been able to maintain your value system and still create valuable content and churn in revenues for yourself?
Okay.
The numbers.
Yeah. This is one question I get almost every time. I get this question
Yeah.
back to back, and the first thing that I usually tell people then, you see, creating content around all these people that are doing boobs, pranks. There's some pranks that you watch and you're so sure that this should not be now. There's some people that they can literally be removing ladies' wigs
Yeah, true.
on the road. You're like, this one is extreme now. All
Yeah.
these kind of things. But they know that there are some content creators that it has to be the bomb. It has to be. Because they know that is what gets the views. Do you understand? Like, in fact, their thumbnail, the first thing you see is you see a big bomb, so you're like, you want to click it. It's a clickbait. So that's why they are creating such
Yeah.
content. It's all in the means to, this is how we can get the views, and the views determines the pay.
Very true.
So, but for someone like me, the truth is, you see, every path that you choose to take, at the end of the day, you must understand that if somebody is going for money, like, I said it earlier when we were talking, I said,
Yeah.
I really So money is not the most important thing. Even though I like money, I want to make money a
Very
lot,
true.
but it is not the most important thing to me. And I'll say this: if you take me to, is one of the reasons. I'm sorry to say this, is one of the reasons why I would literally not like it would naturally not be in me to jackpot. Yeah, because the story of jackpot is in search of greener
Great.
pasture, like a better money making atmosphere. Now, to me, that's not the most important thing to me. I am more family oriented, people oriented. Now, these things I'm saying is very deficient in the Western world. You
Yeah.
are really gonna be busy with your life. You are gonna be busy with your work.
You are
There's
going
no
to pay
time.
bills.
Like this podcast we're having, it must be that there's something that you guys are going to be like. There's a payment that I've
Very
already
true.
received that will make me sit here because per hour I need to I have to
Yeah.
account for every hour
Very true.
that is going. So that kind of thing is very. I don't fit in into that space. I will literally, I can collapse. I'm someone that wants to create, value
It
around
doesn't give you
people,
fulfillment.
fulfillment.
Yeah.
So this is how I say it. I say people don't say. So I'm going to quickly enter because you want a balance of my faith. So I'm going to say that people don't ask bankers that how are they surviving being a banker and still maintaining their faith. People don't ask teachers how are you able to be a teacher, you're maintaining your faith.
Yeah.
But they tend to ask entertainers, and I usually give this answer that there are no professions that are kingdom professions. It's all there are jobs in Babylon. All of us, we are just in Babylon trying to do whatsoever your hand findeth to do to
Very
with all
true.
your heart and with all your might. So as a faith-based banker should understand that his convictions does not allow him to change figures.
To
It
launder funds.
is the same way I know that you can't watch my video and it's bomb that you see. It's just so I'm first. So if I want to say Christian, I'm first a Christian
Yeah. Before
before
a
I am an
creator.
entertainer or whatever.
Yeah.
So those are my life values. And I tell people that when you're running a relay race, the most important thing is not to get to the finish line first. That's not the most important thing. The most important thing is that you must get there with the baton. So many people in that race, they race so that they get to the finish line first.
Without a button.
But if while you are running and doing all that, you drop the button, when you get there, it doesn't really matter what time you got there because it's all a waste. So I must get to my finish line with all my values intact. There's something I must be known
Even
for.
if it slows you down.
It definitely will slow you down. If there is not, even if it's you, that's why I said it earlier that patience, because of the kind of brand you are building.
True.
Some things would outlive you because there's some words you're saying that a generation will come back and they will pick.
What? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, yeah. So there is no. I don't think there's a generation that wants to come and watch old Bum Bum. Like what I mean is, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm serious because the truth is, check the music videos. No, 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 yeah, yeah. It's fine. Check the music videos
Yeah.
that was done in 2006.
Nobody they watch. I mean,
Now, in that time,
They
they
need-
felt that
they
they
need
were
Bum Bum
actually
Pro
yeah, yeah.
Max.
They felt like they were doing something at the
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
But now when you watch it, you're like, this one's it's like they are fully dressed with their exposure, with what people are doing now.
Yeah. I get
Now,
you.
what people are going to be doing in another 10 to 15 years, it's gonna make what they are doing now look like child's
Obsolete.
play. So no child in that era wants to come back to watch that old
So
Bum
it's
Bum,
not
like I said.
sustainable.
There's no posterity in it.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
yeah.
let's. I want to ask a question. What's the difference between content creation and influencing?
Good. So ultimately, for you to be an influencer, you de- influencing is a branch under creation, content creation. It's just that the content that you create now it differs. So it's very hard to be an influencer without being a content creator, and I'll tell you why. Because, for example, people around, let's say, you go to Big Brother Nigeria, like that kind of brand.
Yeah.
You come out, you're now popular. You can't sustain that your popularity unless you are doing something. People need to know that. So even when you want to influence for a brand, you still have to create a content. So let's say, oh, airports advertise Frank's podcast show. You're not just going to post Frank's whatever. You're going to say, hey guys, watch Frank. Whatever. You still have to
Yeah.
create a content
Yeah.
around it. So influencing is under. So some people now become influential based on the content they create. Some people just want to. We even have a new set of people that they are influencers. So I mean, what I mean is, like for example, now Eniola, that boy does
Yeah.
not, is not
No
a
niche.
skit
You
maker.
can't. Yeah,
Do
true.
you understand? So and then, but it can
That
just
guy
be.
has gone to Paris. So he's EU.
Say you
The
can
guy-
you can you can
the
you
guy
can
used to
stay in
tell
front of his light his mirror and say, and that's some period. And yeah, and it's creating, that kind. So
Yeah.
he's an influencer. That means
Yeah.
it can influence your brand.
Yeah.
It can do anything, but it still falls under a content creator. So content creator covers a lot of. It's like a modern name for a lot of things.
So MC
that
Relax.
people do.
Yeah. There was a groundbreaking tech that emerged in 2021, Q4 of 2021. It was the advent of OpenAI, ChatGPT.
Okay.
It came on board, and it took food off the tables of writers,
Okay.
of the hands of a couple of other,
brought
an
about
entire
30
industry
Yeah.
was actually taken off the table.
Okay.
And we can see disruption just with ChatGPT. And now, last month, not even last month, this month, some 2 weeks ago, I don't know when we're going to be premiering this, but February this year, 2024, we had Sora, which is one of the product of OpenAI. And how Sora works is it's a text to video
Okay.
tech where I'll say, I want you to create a content using MC Relax body language, his content style, to create a content based off, let's say, MCing, or create a content based off selling a particular product. And it's going to give you exactly, if not better, than what you do.
Okay.
I don't know if you get my
Yeah, I
point.
get you.
So it's really disrupting industry, and it's a thin line because it's good and it's obviously when you talked about the beginning, the tree of good and evil.
Yeah.
It's as much as it is good, as much as the tech is really revolutionizing the industry, is also very dangerous because now that's why you see the stakeholders in top economies around the world, global leaders are very careful. They're actually bringing in regulations because they're saying, yes, this is a groundbreaking technology, but it's actually very dangerous because now we have elections coming in and propagandas can be spread using some of all these platforms. You can have a video of President Tinubu talking about something he never said anything about. You can have your girlfriend, you have an issue with your girlfriend, and she creates a video, create allegation using your name, using your brand, using your face, using it to you can administer such in the court of law
Yeah.
against your name, defamation. So there are so many nuances. It's not just white and black. There are so many nuances. What do you think is the future of content creation with this tech?
Okay.
Because it's literally disrupting your industry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd say a man is a man. Man. When you say a man,
Yeah.
a man is not to be frightened by whatever innovation. That's a man that understands that he's a man. Do you understand?
Yeah.
There are core abilities that lies and presides in a man. Do you understand? Now,
True.
so what tech would do is to make sure every man understands that there is no space for laziness anymore.
Very
the
true.
way you are so lazy, so laid back, it's not going to be so acceptable because almost your ordinary self can no longer suffice in days like this. I'll tell you, for example, in the past, if you live in a space like Lagos State,
Yeah.
if you literally walk up to any like a radio station and say I'm extremely good, I'm speaking about 2001, 2002, you literally walk up to any radio station and say I'm very good, I can speak, and I think I'm ready to do this for free. Do you understand? Like the station is like, wow, are you serious? Come in, come and work with us and all those kind of things. Now you have to be so excellent with speaking, to be able to intern for free. Do you understand? Like, because there are like billions of people that are so good right now that are looking for the same opportunity. So you have to be extraordinary to do something for free right now. So I'm saying that this introduction is amazing. Of course, will it take jobs from some people's mouths? Definitely. Right now, you can watch a video of Ronaldo saying that I totally agree. Messi is a better player than me. He will always be greater than me. And it's not Ronaldo that is talking.
Yeah.
So people will do things. It's okay. They are still playing. Because when those things come in play, then come regulations. Then people will start saying, now this is harmful. Then people start suing that, oh, for example, let's say a very known hotel now pictures a video saying, I sleep always at this hotel. It's the best hotel. I wake up and I rest. Come and use this hotel. Thank you. And you advertise it. The guy is going to sue you. That's not me. I didn't do anything like that. So regulations will come into play and all those kind of things. And then whether you like it or not, I started to say that a man is a man. There are things, you see, the man that you want to use his face, there were things he did that made him become very popular that you want to see. Do you understand? So that your thing that you're doing text to video is when it comes to creativity, when it comes to, for example, I don't only do content creation. I'm a compere. I host a lot of weddings and events. Text to speech is not going to host your wedding. It's not going to do your birthday, and it's not, you don't want a video to announce the entrance of the bride and the groom. You need the guy.
This Niger.
The Niger one. Do you understand? You need. Then there are lots of things that we brought into the industry that is completely way higher than what it used to be right now. So there will always be a space.
So let me just add to what he said. People buy you.
So personality.
To the Lumelu, social media following is higher than UBS.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, true.
Because people
buy people
to Lumelu, and people don't want to see UBS speak to them.
So
why that innovation is good, people still want that human-to-human connection.
Very true.
That's why Mama anointed and Papa anointed are
still blowing.
So what you're saying now is that personality is literally going to be the USP for a lot of creators.
Humans, we turn into a creative machine with the advent of AI. So we don't have to think anymore. We just have to be creative.
Yeah.
Okay, look at I want to talk about a music video that has very cultural undertone.
Okay.
I'm looking for something recent. Not Flavor, Agba Ballers.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
AI can't create you something like that.
Are you sure?
AI cannot tell the lady wear red, wear this Flavor.
Very well. It can. It depends on your prompt.
No.
Go and check Sora. Go and check their page and see. They said, create me content with a Japanese lady. You get a conservative Japanese lady doing this, walking in the streets of Japan. It depends on your prompt. It can create all of that, bro.
So AI will put all these things
yes,
together.
it can put all those elements.
AI will put all the elements together, right? And put my song on it.
Yeah, you can.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's where I say regulations will
come. Regulations will play.
Major part.
AI will dance like Flavor.
Yes.
Bro.
No. It will have.
Yes.
Look at what we said now.
AI
like Ronaldo.
Human creativity. That's my argument.
So that's why I started to say that there's no more time to be lazy.
Very true.
Because if it's just a normal human creativity, like the laid back one, AI is going. Have you seen AI playing table tennis?
Robots.
Yeah, robots. Like sorry, I said AI, robots. So the gist is that, do you know that even trainings for keepers, they now bring robots to train? Like,
oh wow.
Yeah, if you want to play a free kick, they put robots on the post to be able to catch whatever you're playing. So for you to now beat it,
you have to be super
that's just by the way they tested Ronaldo's shot. That he has to be faster than the AI. I mean, sorry, the robots. Than the tech. So the gist is, we can no longer continue our laid backness to say, oh, so maybe just to press camera and press record. And just
why I said AI can't beat human creativity. Sora is Open AI. Who is the CEO of Open AI? Sam Altman. Tesla is building a robot. Who is the CEO of Tesla? Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no AI CEOs. They are human CEOs.
Yes.
So
True.
humans are the one powering this
But
AI.
So what you're
look
saying
at
is
those
that
CEOs.
AI might necessarily not replace humans. People who
No, they
use
can.
AI
They will
will be the
replace.
ones to
They
replace
will replace
those
some.
who
They
don't.
will replace some humans,
Oh,
whether we like it
They
or
are
not.
yeah,
already.
true.
They
There's
have
so
now.
many airports that it's robot stuff now. Like
Yeah,
if you're
yeah,
going, you
true.
do it yourself and all those kind of things. But what I'm saying is that look at those people you are mentioning. So I said laziness is not going to cut it. Elon
Very
Musk is
true.
not your natural, normal, laid back guy. He's thinking every day for the next thing. So it's a time where humans also have to wake up and be a man,
True.
like in the context of a man.
MC Relax.
Yes, boss.
Oh man, we've gone. We've had a good time.
Yeah,
But
very
I'm
good.
going to ask you a few fireside questions. What is one app you can do without? One, not two. One.
App.
If they give you an option.
I don't like the word can do without because it's heavy, but I do a lot of Instagram.
Oh, Instagram. Okay. How do you unwind when after a long day of creating? By the way, after you finish Hip TV, your the biggest street
Yeah,
show in Lake
yeah.
in Nigeria. After you finish all of that, you've done content creation for like the entire day. How do you unwind?
You'll not believe that. I just like to have like my friends around. I love
The
friends being
people
on the
centric.
long table of dinner. I practically make sure that at least once a month or twice I have different people that I invite to my home for
Whoa.
dinner. I love it a lot. I just love all of us. We have lots of food and we're just gisting.
MC Relax. Food inflation is currently at
Yeah,
35%.
I mean that's part of my assignment. I just
Nah,
love
I
it.
love that. Just kidding. Yeah, I
It's
love
just
that.
it makes me happy to see
Yeah.
people eating and then they are talking. It's just very very interesting.
As you just said that, now I just remembered my wife. She loves that. She loves. She loves. Why they doing?
Yeah, you know, the look saying we can't track you.
And
Then
my
I love FIFA.
Okay.
FIFA. Then I
Yeah.
play football a lot. I'm still Rosijo Robinho. I'm still relaxed.
Oh, wow.
CR7. Yes, I play football and I play FIFA. I play table
So
tennis.
so there's a guy there now watching, and he's like, he wants to be a content creator, but he also wants to maintain his value system. What's your advice for that guy
Yeah, so
or the lady?
yeah, you're a guy, you're a lady, you want to don't lose yourself. The first thing is the major stealer of joy, the major stealer of the vision and mission is seeing the harvest of others. It's a major stealer, you know. So I usually tell people, don't let the harvest of your mentors, your role model, don't let it affect your planting. Don't let it intimidate your planting because yesterday they also were planting. Do you understand? So I could be excited that I just made 200,000. The excitement continues until I hear that my friend made 200 million. So I was so excited that almost 200K just enter. Then somebody said, this guy to just collect 200 million naira in our project. So that money kills the joy that you have right now. It steals away everything, and then you
Very true.
enter into a space of competition and hustle, a journey that is not your own. So yeah, you do your content today, you have 10 views, celebrate it. It was yesterday that you didn't have one view. Celebrate the 10 views, celebrate 1,000. Keep yourself because what is going to pay you is really not. You think is creation that is going to pay me? No, I'm waiting patiently for the day where Joe Biden will say, "We want to make you an ambassador to Africa's youth," and then you're going on like,
I think the
Tall.
process helps you find yourself. The process of building something
True.
helps you find yourself, makes you more self-aware.
aware.
And you could just say, "Oh, I had this in me before that I didn't know I have in me."
Yeah,
So
it's
just enjoy the process.
Just
but
enjoy.
it's easier said than done. Though.
I mean,
Pay tax or no pay tax for you?
sorry.
Pay tax or not pay tax?
For me, it's a very funny question because it's a goal. I really want. I will really appreciate pay tax. I would really appreciate it, and I said it because if we are sure that the government are, the reason why people don't want to pay tax is because they know that they will still spend the money.
But other sectors, they're paying taxes. The banker is paying. The
That's
lawyer is
that's
paying.
why we are angry. We're angry because we have seen the people that are paying the tax and we don't see what they do with it. That's the real reason why content creators are saying, why should I pay tax? I have a people that are taking 10, 20% of my money. for middleman, you are not doing anything about it, then I'll still give you my money to spend. No. But if an economy can be created where we say, we take this money, this is what we are using. So I see education, I see light, I see treatment, and I'm like, everybody wants, because there is no working government in the world where it's not the tax they are using to run the government.
Sure.
So tax, yes, but please, what are you going to do with my tax? Buy Jeep or buy bulletproof G-Wagon?
I see what
No.
they do for them.
Yeah, so that's it.
Oh my god.
Wahala. I know they deal.
Oh
So,
my
yeah.
goodness. Oh.
So
Kelechi.
my feedback would be on the tax issues.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm all up for the government taxing.
Okay.
I feel it's long overdue,
Yeah.
Okay.
but they should help increase the money you guys generate. They should support. We have ministries that could get to work and
Yeah.
support you guys.
Yeah.
The Ministry of Digital Economy have launched so many projects. I'm still waiting for the project they have launched for you guys.
So yeah, I think the other day we're having a conversation, and Burna Boy is taking center stage across the world. O2 sealing Europe. The person we're doing for Burna Boy, I want to see you. That guy really did some magic. Just I need access to the soap. Make I know the soap where you use bar.
Now,
But then that's on
okay.
okay. but then that's on the lighter note. Taking center stage. And I realized that for you to be a world power, there's something called soft power. For you to be a world power, not you can make all the monies in the world. That's why China is still struggling to become a world power.
Okay.
They are giving US a run for their money as regards generation,
Okay.
internet generated revenue,
Definitely.
Everything you see is made in China.
Yeah.
But because they don't have that soft power of influencing the entire world, people dancing to their songs, speaking their language,
gonna be a big hard.
watching their watching their music, you get their movies. It's quite difficult. They've not been able to use soft power to be able to conquer the world. That's what America did successfully. Hip hop literally took over the world.
Yeah.
And that's why America became a global powerhouse, economic
That's why
powerhouse.
most of the world became westernized.
It
because
became
we were
exactly
wearing the bandana of
the
50 Cent because we
FUBU.
had
We were
the club.
cultured.
Exactly. So we literally bought their culture. Now, Afrobeat is taking center stage, sealing up, shutting down venues.
Yeah.
But we're expecting the song, the product, but we're not expecting the culture per se. I don't know if you get my
I want
point.
to ask you a
And for we as Africans to be able to take center stage, because literally, I'll tell you, it's our time, it's our turn.
And
Our look on. I will
and
tell you.
And our time is
It's
almost
it's
almost
it's a
ticking
season.
out.
Yes.
It's almost ticking out.
That's why you see hip hop is literally the
No,
time for
hip-hop
America.
is-
It's
hip-hop
gone
is
down the
gone.
drain.
Yeah.
There was a time it was the turn of the Jamaicans.
It was reggae.
It was reggae,
Yeah.
taking but now it's the turn of Afrobeat.
Yeah.
And that is the time where we can use that window to be able to make other industries, the textile industry, the fashion industry, the sport industry, key into that. That's what America did.
we're
And
very-
they took center stage.
we're-
But we're not doing that.
We're funny. What is Dubai doing? 98% of
It's about-
their income is
Yeah.
tourism. That's what they're making.
Exactly.
And then so I feel like one thing that we also there needs to be an education that goes into our artists also.
Yeah.
Did you go to sorry to cut you? Did you
Yeah.
go to TikTok in December?
No, I didn't.
From December 1st
Yeah.
to 31st,
Yeah.
all the TikTok you see is follow me as I go to Lagos to enjoy Dirty December.
Yeah.
There was no one ad from Lagos State government. There was no one ad from Nigeria.
From Ministry of Tourism, Culture, no
It
so
was there.
to key into those.
So I feel like the problem, one of the biggest problem also was December. Many of the end of the year parties that companies usually do, it was so impossible to pay the artists. Also, because every artist wanted to earn in dollars.
Yeah.
Now, this is one thing. When we say we want to build a nation, it's a collective effort.
True.
Do you understand? It's a very big issue. So it means in turn, the artist also needs to understand that they have a major role to play. And they must understand that, yeah, we're shining now, but we're not going to be on the scene forever.
Forever, yeah.
Reggae came and it's no longer there. Do you understand? So
Hip-hop.
if Afrobeat is on the center stage right now, we must make sure that it translates back to our institution. It means that when it's our award time, you saw all our guys run straight to what do they call this award?
Grammys.
To Grammys. They paid for their own ticket. Many of them didn't even have tickets to enter for the show. But you know, because we're looking for validation, international
true.
validation.
Yeah.
And many of these people, when it's time for your own Nigerian award, something that you're meant to actually really, really talk about on your page, such that all the people that you have featured, like them guys you featured in your song from the international, you are actually inviting them to say, come on, come to Nigeria, we have an award show, it's the biggest. That's the way you export this. You are exporting your culture, because when they come, they are also going to post to say, I'm in Nigeria, this is that word. So it makes the country itself valuable.
Do you think is the government is the role of the government?
It's not. That's what I want to say.
Yeah.
Everything cannot be done by the government. That this plays also on individuals, the artists. The artists need to understand. Like, okay, take for example, like let's say the Headies.
Yeah.
The Headies was at the time Nigeria's. I mean,
Biggest.
it was like Grammys.
Yeah, it was like
Now
the African
everybody
Grammys.
wanted to have the Headies. Later on,
I think the time I can give you the moment. It was when we had that issue between Don Jazzy
That's
and
Olamide.
Olamide. I think that was the moment when the credibility of the Headies
I
became questionable.
I think this should be another conversation.
Yeah,
for another day,
yeah. Let's
because-
not go into that. Yeah.
Because if you want to talk about that, the issue is that there was a time where Afrobeat was not a global music. What I mean is that the world was not like you can't enter New York, enter Atlanta, and then everybody in their stores were
Vibing.
listening to. So it was a time where our music became totally transported. The world was now listening to us. So at that time, artists no longer now value Nigeria. So all our artists are there. So in their minds, we're bigger than what do you want to hear this? We're bigger, but you cannot be bigger than your house, because you will retire soon. The world is going to move away. What is going to be left
Is
is
what
what,
you have.
is your house. And that's one. So right now you have an award show in Nigeria.
Wherever you go,
Remember the road that
that
leads you.
leads
So you have an award show in
Yeah.
Nigeria that none of the big hats will come for. They will say they are bigger than that. So you're bigger than Nigeria. How many times have you now really seen radio shows? The radio shows that brought all of you up.
Yeah.
Really having like a Bono Boy or like a Wazobia FM or on like
Shout
a
out to
Cool FM.
Wazobia, by the way.
Yeah, or like a Cool FM. Do you know, like these guys are no longer available, and that should not be forever and ever. Beyonce will still go for his shows. I mean, for the radio tours, they will go because it's the institution. So if you,
But can I make a case for them?
yeah, please do.
If you want to, they compete globally. Let's not take that out from it. Burna Boy performed at Champions League.
Yeah.
Rema performed at Ballon d'Or. And when he was performing at the Champions League, they asked him a question and they said, will you do the Super Bowl? And he said, I'm waiting for my call. So they're in competition for those kind of gigs. And for you to compete globally, you
Taylor Swift is just taking that. Just the milk that Super Bowl money.
No.
for you to compete
Yeah,
globally,
yeah.
you need the FX.
Okay.
Oh
The
yeah.
Naira is tanking every day.
Single
What
day.
the hell am I doing?
No.
Yeah. That's also a factor.
Do you
The
know what-
FX.
Bro,
That's also a factor.
But bro, do you know where it's not about touring?
Because
Nigeria.
if they charge 20 pounds or $20
Bro.
for
My brother.
for gate fee,
My brother,
you know how much you're gonna make?
my brother, let me tell you
Compared
something. No, let me tell you something.
Okay.
You see, even big companies, they do something called corporate social responsibility.
Okay, I get where you're going.
If you don't do your corporate social responsibility, you are not going to be in connection
With the
with the people where you make the money from. See, let me tell you, the first set. Do you know India? Their actors are one of the richest in the world.
At 1.4 billion. You can't compare them with 200
That's what I'm saying. No, you're not getting my point.
2050, there's a
Baba,
report
Baba,
that
you're not
Nigeria
getting
is
my
going to
point.
be
Baba,
one of the
brother.
most populated
No,
states
you're not
in
even
the
getting
world.
my point. My point is, you see, all these our artists that we're talking about, Nigerians. You are thinking of Nigeria in Nigeria. No, Nigerians are
In
everywhere.
diaspora,
They are
yeah.
the ones. The migration. You see these people. They're the ones that are.
The
They are
Jackpot syndrome.
heavily. Do you understand? Rooted. Then they bring their friends that are white. Say, our Burna Boy is coming to shut down. Bro, let me shock you. The whites, they still don't know us. They don't care about us. We do an award show in Atlanta. We've done it 2 years. In the venue, the supposed venue that we're meant to use,
Yeah.
where all our billboards were everywhere. I
Yeah.
was on an elevator with a white woman. She was saying, I've been seeing something called, what's the head is? What's it all about? I'm like, I'm trying to tell her that, don't you know Bono Boy? You don't know? It's like, what's that? See, the white community, when it's going to play on you is that when you now discover that there are policies that does not favor you because you are still in Nigeria, you are still the black boy. When those things begin to play, it doesn't play in the outrun.
Yeah.
If you forget your roots, in the days where it will begin to play, you will understand why you should not have used. Yoruba used to say they don't used to use left hand to describe your father's house. Okay, for once you do a Baba, you don't do it because in the days where it will matter, when people are asking you, "Oh, whose son are you? Where are you from?" There are things that you can only do in Niger. That you're a Niger boy. Niger. When you come home, you know you dey home. Nothing is up. But when you dey country, they go chop your eye. I saw an interview
this
where
guy says
Taraji
it
P.
a lot.
Ensign was crying.
Who?
Taraji P. Ensign.
Yeah, Taraji. Yeah.
She was crying. She said, yes. She said, and it's not so with other people. Baba, in the days where, with all the money you make, in the days where regulations, there are still some places where Jay-Z cannot buy a house, a property
I agree.
in the US.
I agree with you.
He's a billionaire.
Yes, yes, I
Baba,
agree with you.
in the days where it matters, you will understand your roots. You understand why it matters to hold your institution. It's just simple.
All right. Thank you, MC Rhelax. Thank you for this.
Oh my goodness, guys. MC Rhelax, you just damage a lot of ignorance
No, it is
that
well.
is happening in the center stage, especially in the entertainment industry. You've heard it from him, the man himself, who's got a skin in the game. Oh my goodness.
It is well.
Ah.
It go
Cool,
better.
just they catch me.
It go better.
No, I love the fact that you just came to really expose the business behind entertainment.
Yeah.
And really how we really need to have solid systems and structure,
Yeah.
leverage on this current wave that we're having in using Afrobeat as a launchpad
Yeah.
to make all other industries become global.
Yeah.
That's what US did. That's what the American government did. And they did that with strategy, using hip hop to be able to
Yes.
become the powerhouse. And if we as Africans can use Afrobeat to become the powerhouse, as regards economic powerhouse, then it will be a big deal. Thank you very much,
Thank
MC
you, sir.
Rhelax. You've heard from him himself. What do you have to tell your fans?
Thank you so much. Keep loving me. I really love when people love me. I love you too. So please follow on all social media platforms and follow my works. Thank you. I believe in you. Thank you.
Kelechi.
Like, subscribe. For me, before I say like and subscribe, I've already said it, but I feel this is like one of the best business podcasts. I sent you a text recently and I said we need to run on the narrative that this is the best business podcast. And we're not running on that narrative because we just want to brag. We're running on that narrative because of the quality of guests to bring in and the quality of education the guests dish out every time they come here. We have discussed about tax, we have discussed about Facebook economy, we have discussed about content creation, we have discussed about, we have even given out policies to the government to make sure they can tax better.
Yeah.
Sure.
And all this conversation won't be had if we are not here at the Frankly Business Podcast having the conversation. So I'm not telling you to like or subscribe because I want to grow the numbers. I'm telling you to like or subscribe because of the quality of education you get here, the quality of guests to bring here. So click that like button, click that subscribe button, share to a friend, and bring everybody in.
And that is how we bring it. We'll draw the curtains on today's episode of the Frankly Business Podcast. You've heard the business of content creation. So go out there, create content of whatever it is you're doing. Funny enough, you can actually create content of creating content. Yes,
Massive.
you can
Don't
create
leave
content
me.
about creating content. So there's literally nothing you can create content about because we are in a digital economy. Find out from Tolu Elumelu and you will find out why his shares, his stocks, UBA, is doing amazing numbers in the Nigerian Stock Exchange. His personality and the content he creates gives him that number. That's how we call it a wrap, guys. See you next episode.
The real conversation happens beyond the boardrooms. Join me at an intersection of business and lifestyle. Where suits meets t-shirts. This is the Frankly Business Podcast. Welcome.